Commander. Nice to see you again.
How are you settling in, trainer?
I actually feel somewhat useful. It's been challenging to integrate data feeds for the War Summit.
How are the systems holding?
Well, I'm glad we performed stress tests.
Specialist Trainer has been extremely helpful. The accuracy of our war room data is a direct result of her work.
Thank you, Edie. I'm still getting used to all of this. In the lab, we'd hoard everything, piles of tech everywhere. Out here, it's like living out of a shoebox.
Life on an active ship always feels crowded at first. You'll get used to it.
Oh, it's not a bad thing. I've got no problems getting cozy. This is wonderful. Back in the lab, we had to hoard because we had no budget. Now, Edie, Ariake Tech uses a proprietary smart processing algorithm that could clean up our long-range data. Can we license it?
We can. Analyzing and applying the upgrade now. The algorithm should reduce long-range strategic combat data analysis time by 3%.
Impressive.
If it means getting the equipment I need, I can quite happily live out of a shoebox.
You're positive you don't want to come over and talk?
No, the gun battery is nice and quiet. If I throw down some rugs, it'll get downright cozy.
Good timing, Shepard. I had Glyph do a little digging on Reeve.
Anything useful?
Yes. Urdnot Reeve has commissioned more weapons of mass destruction than any other Krogan leader in known history.
Well, apparently he's well armed.
The majority of these arms have already been used in conflicts with other clans.
Or not.
Happily, Clan Urdnot retains stockpiles of conventional weapons and still present a formidable military force.
Hello again.
At your service.
Aware Krogan females find scars attractive. Garrus loyal, reasonably intelligent, bit aggressive, almost like Krogan.
For the third time, Doctor, I'm not interested.
Ah, Shepard. We were just...
Step away from her. She doesn't belong to you.
Reed, it's okay.
Nothing's okay when Solarians are involved.
This one is different.
What are you doing?
Simple blood test. Should hurt less than gunfire from Cerberus troopers. Shepard, please. Distraction's counterproductive, also affecting comfort of patient.
He was your inside source, Reeve. You can trust him.
I never even trusted my own mother. And now an archenemy is suddenly my people's best friend?
Far from it. Find you abrasive and unpleasant, personally. Will help your people, nevertheless.
But you're the one who improved the genophage.
True, but if wanted your species dead, could have sterilized you. Bloodless, irreversible, easy. Must be terrifying to have problem you can't defeat with shotgun. Fortunate I'm here to help.
Just keep her alive.
Concern is touching. Don't forget, still need your tissue sample.
Better not hurt.
No promises. A word when you have a moment, Shepard.
Thank you for saving my life, Commander. I didn't think the Krogan had any allies left in the galaxy.
We owe a lot to you, even if most people have forgotten that.
They can be forgiven. Our actions have hardly inspired friendship.
Part of being friends is knowing each other's name. I feel bad that I don't know yours.
I surrendered it the day I became a shaman of the female clan. I belong to my sisters now. But perhaps one day, when this is over, you can know it.
I didn't realize the Krogan had female shamans.
Wisdom comes from pain. and the genophage has made us very wise. Rather than surrender to despair, a few of us chose to preserve the ancient ways. We safeguard our culture, our knowledge, our secrets, so when our children live again, the Krogan will flourish.
How were you initiated?
You're locked in a cave for 7 days with just enough food to last. On the 8th, you'll starve.
What does that prove?
Your resolve. Every acolyte is given a chance. You either claw your way out through the rock with your bare hands, or you die.
How did you make it out alive?
I started digging the wrong way. I was in complete darkness. Nothing other than my own heartbeat to sustain me.
What happened?
I found this. A simple crystal, but it became my chisel. Take it as a reminder, Commander. In the darkest hour, there is always a way out.
That's a brutal initiation.
But an illuminating one. You learn to appreciate the light by living in the dark.
What do you think of Reeve?
He worries me. Reeve has the makings of a tyrant. I see it in his eyes when he looks at me. I'm the key to realizing his ambitions. But you can't judge all Krogan by his actions. His brood brother Rex was more reasonable.
What'll Reeve do with his power?
What does any tyrant do with power? In ancient times, the Krogan were once a mighty race. Not because we dreamed of war, but making a better future for our children. The genophage made us forget that. Reeve especially.
Do you think Reeve will want revenge for the genophage?
He's talked about it, but I think most females will resist.
How?
After we're cured, we'll refuse to have children. Reeve will need an army for revenge, but we're not going to watch a new generation finally born, only to face the slaughterhouse. It will be a civil war if Reeve tries. That may not stop him, though.
What'll Reeve do with his power?
What does any tyrant do with power? In ancient times, the Krogan were once a mighty race. Not because we dreamed of war, but making a better future for our children. The genophage made us forget that. Reeve especially.
If you don't mind me asking, what's it been like living with the genophage?
I knew sisters who couldn't bear the shame of being infertile. They would wander off into the wastelands, hoping a thresher maw would kill them and end their torment.
Did the thought ever cross your mind?
Yes. After my first stillborn.
What kept you from ending your own life?
When my child didn't draw breath, that's when my life truly began. The genophage forces us to live on hope alone. There is nothing else. There is no reason to exist other than the hope that the next day will bring change. And if it doesn't, there is always the next.
How do you think things will change after the genophage is cured?
Our species will find its balance again. Females will help shape the future, like in the ancient days, before we were just pawns of power-hungry males.
Most seem hell-bent on shooting anything that looks at them wrong.
What else is there for them to do? Because of the genophage, they become wandering killers, seeking targets to justify their existence, excuses to earn them honor.
How did you get involved in Malin's experiments?
The other females and I volunteered. We heard Malin was trying to cure the genophage for Clan Weirlock.
Aren't they a rival clan?
Rivalries are the invention of the males. Under their rule, Tuchanka has laid in ruins for over 1,000 years. It's time females took back our place in society and resurrected our future. Malin was our best hope.
Would you go to Malin again?
Absolutely. It only takes one candle to light a fire, and then the darkness is no more.
I'm sorry none of the other females survived.
I know. The youngest one, Kern, was the last to go. But she knew she would enter the void free of this curse, and then smile when she looked down upon the children of Tuchanka. Her spirit will be the midwife to my firstborn.
How has Morden been treating you?
Better than Krogan males do. He's not like a typical Solarian.
No. Organ redundancy results in new period before metaphase. Can't alter that. Damage to telomeres, premature aging.
He does that.
But I sense pain in him too. He told me about his work on the genophage. I should consider him an enemy. Yet I think seeing my sisters and I changed something in him.
Sorry, Borgia, offspring have an allergy to dairy and...
Well, it wasn't his ear. Thanks for talking to me.
It's my pleasure, Commander. I've only met a few humans in my time. I'm glad for the opportunity.
Shepard, blood work complete. Indicates significant stress on Eve's system. Stable for now, but lack of any data detailing Malin's work. Problematic.
I hate to ask this, but will it affect the cure?
No, cure will remain viable, but Eve's long-term prognosis, doubtful.
Do what you can for her.
Of course.
Have you determined why she's immune?
Genophage targeted hormone production during pregnancy. Modification project used same modality. Her immunity, totally different. Targeted glands now obsolete, like human appendix. Other glands mutated to produce proper hormones, enable viable birth. Also explains her weakness. Gland substitution imperfect. Health trouble.
You think you can make this work for all Krogan?
Yes. We'll use Eve's tissue to produce mutagen, alter gland function across entire species. Must improve mutagen as well, tune hormone production, long-term illness for all Krogan otherwise.
You've always defended your genophage work. What changed your mind?
Never change mind. Genophage proper decision at time. New circumstances necessitate course correction.
Those circumstances being?
Reaper invasion. Turians doomed without Krogan support. Krogan need unified threat, outlet for aggression, cooperative symbiosis.
Nothing else? No personal stake here?
Getting old, Shepard. Not many years left, but still best candidate for project. Few Solarian scientists interested in genophage. None with my expertise. Had to be me.
Someone else might have gotten it wrong?
Possibly. Stakes too high for inexperience. But not about them. My work. My job to put it right, to prove I can.
How is she doing?
No fever currently. Heart rate elevated, likely stress. Eating appropriately. Could use another blanket, something soft. Prefer to let her recover fully before synthesizing cure. My medical recommendation.
My people don't have time for that.
Her opinion, somewhat different.
You care about her?
My patient, my responsibility. Found her at STG base. 3 doctors injured trying to restrain her. Undid arm restraints. Didn't resist when she grabbed me. Promised to help her. She said, please.
Nice talking with you, Morden.
Thank you, Shepard. Glad to be back.
You planning to stick around when this is over?
Until Reaper's dealt with, at least. Then, not sure. Haven't made impact on Galaxy. Genophage modification, genophage cure, work against collectors, decisions, mistakes. Might go somewhere sunny, sit on beach, look at ocean, collect seashells.
You'd go crazy inside an hour.
Might run tests on the seashells.
Looks like you've settled in, Garrus.
After what I've been through lately, calibrating a giant gun is a vacation. Gives me something to focus on.
We're gonna need you for more than your aim.
Oh, I'm ready for it. But I'm pretty sure we'll still need giant guns. And lots of them. What you saw back on Palaven is proof of that. Still not convinced I should have left it behind.
There was a boy back on Earth. Couldn't have been more than 6 or 7. I watched him die as the Normandy escaped the attack. Somehow I'm still alive. And he's not.
Being right about the Reapers has never felt much like a victory, has it?
We both knew this fight would be tough. Damned if the Reapers haven't delivered.
At least my government listened to me. Or pretended to. They finally gave me a task force as a token to shut me up.
So you're their expert advisor now?
Just followed your example, Shepard. Yell loud enough and someone will eventually come over to see what all the fuss is about. Not that they'll actually do anything about it.
Until hell shows up at their door. Then they put you in charge.
Not like the old days, is it? We're actually respectable now.
Yeah. I have a feeling that respect comes with a lot of sleepless nights. I can't even count how many lives are depending on us, Garrus.
Well, when things are looking grim, and I'm pretty sure they will, just remember, a certain Turian friend of yours isn't sleeping any better, and he'd be more than happy to meet you at the bar and drink you under the table. Something else you want to talk about?
You mentioned you still had family on Palaven.
My father is there. Sister, too.
How long has it been since you heard from them?
Long enough to be worried.
I'm sure they're okay.
That's the thing about getting old, Shepard. The platitudes get just as old. Pretty soon, blind hope is all we'll have left. And I hate being blind.
I know you don't have any illusions about what we're up against, Garrus. How do you rate our chances?
I know it looks bad now, but I think we can win this, Shepard. For the first time since we met, we're not alone in the fight. It's something I learned long ago in C-Sec. An imminent and painful death has a way of motivating people. Instead of questioning your every word, whole civilizations are going to be begging you to save them.
After what's happened to Palaven, you still believe that?
I didn't say there wouldn't be casualties. It's something Turians are taught from birth. If just one survivor is left standing at the end of a war, then the fight was worth it. But humans want to save everyone. In this war, that's not going to happen.
So what's this Reaper task force you've been running?
After the Collector base, I knew time was running out. For all of us. The Citadel Council was a dead end, so I did something I never thought I'd do. I went to my father.
That was a problem?
Well, he used to work for C-Sec. Very methodical, by-the-book kind of guy. He railed against people who bent the rules, which was usually me. But he still had heavy pull in the Turian government. The Primarch, well, the old one, was a friend of his. So I went to my father and laid out everything we knew about the Reapers.
I'm not sure even I'd believe it.
I had to admit, parts of it sounded crazy. Insane, really. But my father just listened. It's what he did in his days at C-Sec, putting together all the pieces. If the connections were there, he wouldn't deny them, and he saw what we always knew. The Reapers were coming.
I'm glad someone finally agreed.
He did more than agree. He took it to the Primarch.
I like his style.
Except the Primarch wasn't as convinced. My father kept pushing and finally got him to commit some token resources. And if you call them a task force, it sounds like you did something about it.
What did you do with it?
As much as I could get away with. And a little more. We hardened our lines of communications, expanded emergency stockpiles across the colonies, improved our early warning detection protocols.
You think it helped?
I'd like to think it bought our fleet some extra time. We'll know when this war is over.
So you can vouch for this new Primarch?
Well, even if I couldn't, you go to war with the army you have.
Will he live up to his word?
I've never known Victus to lie. Play fast and loose with strategy, maybe, but betray an ally. Not his style. And if he did try, well, we'll just find another Primarch.
I noticed generals saluting you, Garrus. How far down the line of succession are you these days?
Let's not go there.
Primarch Vicarian, honored war hero. Somebody's gonna have to rebuild Palaven when this is over.
Yeah, somebody who knows how to hold a hammer.
That's all for now, Garrus. It's damn good to have you back.
Wouldn't miss this fight for anything. Now, I'm sure somebody screwed up something down here. I want to get the old girl back in fighting shape.
Hey, it's just an opinion piece. You don't like it? Don't download it.
You're saying we don't need Terra Nova.
Lose 1 colony, save 5. That's the math.
Someone's gonna...
Stand down, Yeoman. She's allowed to voice her opinion until I disallow it.
Aye, aye, Commander. But how does she get to say whatever she wants to the whole galaxy and there's no other side?
I'll be clear that the opinion expressed is just my own.
Well... okay. It's not great, but okay.
You know, in the old days, they didn't have automat on cameras. Reporters had to cake on the makeup. Do we need to talk, Commander?
Not right now, Allers.
Let me know when we do.
Any updates, Shepard?
Our backup is waiting for us at the drop point. Arlac Company. Krogan Commandos.
That's correct, Shepard. They are an accomplished unit. Their decisive action in liberating a colony from Batarian pirates made them famous.
Good to hear. Other than that, there's been no word from a team of Krogan scouts since they went through the Rachni relay.
I don't like the sound of this. The Krogan would have come prepared to fight.
We don't know much, but no Rachni activity has been reported. Just be ready for anything.
Team 2, get going. Updates every 10 minutes. Understood?
You must be the backup.
Commander Shepard, Urdnot Dag. I speak for Arlac Company. I was told you're in command.
That's right.
I envy your enemies, Commander. To be hated by one so powerful speaks well of you. My Krogan would destroy anything we face to earn such a reputation.
Your clan leader speaks highly of you as well.
When Reeve put Arlac Company together to demonstrate Krogan unity, he needed a leader that was respected and feared. I've been around a long time, human. Fought many wars, earned every scar. I know my kind, and I know my company. Every Krogan here wants blood.
If this turns ugly, we'll need all the help we can get.
You can count on us. I gotta tell you, Commander, there's something wrong about this place. The Rachni are here. I can feel it in my guts.
I understand, Dag, but let's stay focused on the scouts.
Of course, Commander. Even so, initial scans show these tunnels connect to a large central point. Like a nest.
A nest? At least we could end this here.
All that company, move out! Resupply here, Commander. Meet you at the scout camp up ahead.
Copy that, Dag.
Take what you need and move out.
Their base camp is in ruins. I hope we can find some answers.
Me too.
Ready, Commander. We're right behind you. Commander?
What happened to the scouting party?
Don't know. Our mission is to find that out. Anything else is a distraction. If one of my teams finds anything useful, I'll let you know.
What do you know about the Rachni?
Some fool went through an unmapped relay centuries ago. Found the Rachni. The Rachni went to war with everyone. They were winning too, until the Krogan took care of the problem. We fought and died in tunnels just like this to save the galaxy.
What'd your team find when you arrived?
A mess. Looks like something dropped half their camp down a hole. No shuttle either. The scouting party was stuck here.
Tell me more about this company.
Arlak means Eye of Wrath. We are named after the fierce Tachanka's son. Reeve wanted to show the Krogan are united, that we can work together. We represent unity and strength. I am honored to be chosen for this duty.
Okay, let's go.
Whenever you're ready, Commander. We're right behind you.
Everyone all right?
You are eager to find the enemy, Commander!
Looks like we're all okay. Keep in radio contact!